thank God. I really wanted to remake the first video that I ever made for this channel. Back when I created this channel, my main purpose with it was to share my experience of having suffered from severe bloating and also having fixed that, the idea that body fluctuations during the day or during the month and bloating are the same thing, because they are not. So I thought I would remake the same video but on a day on holiday, because in the summer, to be honest, as women we are 10 times more preoccupied about what our bodies look like. And you know, there's just normal things that happen in our body that's nothing to do with how much we should be enjoying our holidays and how much we should be having fun. So first beginning in the morning, then helped me film how I looked like when I woke up. Now when we wake up in the morning, that's when we look the less bloated or the flatter we look because of the NMC, which I explained in my original video and I'll explain it again later on. But on holiday there's many things that can affect that. For example, if you're one of the unlucky few, like some people that feel pooping anxiety while on holiday, then you may not be getting your morning routine as smoothly as you normally do back at home. And that may affect how bloated you look because you have simply more poop inside of you. Now, if you really suffer with those kinds of problems, I would advise you to probably check with the doctor before you go on holiday if there's anything you can do to sort of avoid it from being a problem if it really causes you any strong concerns. In my particular case, I also have some belly fat there, which is absolutely fine, but it does add some volume to my stomach. Belly fat does not equal bloating. Belly fat is subcutaneous, so the fat lies under your skin but on top of your muscle, so it's squishy and you can feel it if you pinch through your skin. Bloating is normally gas that happens within your intestines. So normally when you're bloated, it does feel like your stomach is distending from the inside out. When you stick your finger in your stomach, it will feel tough. So after this, now obviously we have to go to breakfast. We're staying at a hotel and everybody knows there's nothing better than hotel breakfast. And obviously I'm going to eat everything that I'm entitled to. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so back from breakfast, I filmed how my body looks again after eating, and obviously you will see that my stomach looks significantly more distended than it did this morning, and that's because I just ate a lot. And the food has to go somewhere. It's no miracle, it's no surprise, that's just how it works. Now I know for some people this causes some stress on holiday because you want to go to the beach and you want to look good, but to be honest, I paid to come on holiday. I better make the best of it. It would be a very bad financial decision to have paid to come on holiday to such a beautiful location and then just stay in my hotel room hidden from everyone, not enjoying and living my best life. It just wouldn't make sense. So we have to go hit the beaches. I will be sharing how my body is looking throughout the day, and later on I'll explain what the NMC is and why it's going to affect the way my body looks throughout the day up until tonight and then until next morning. In my original video, I explained how working out leads to water retention and making you look a bit bloated, but in the summer there are also other factors that contribute to this, namely the heat and alcohol. The hot weather makes your blood vessels expand or dilate, so this can make you look a little bit bloated, especially in the abdomen, the ankles and the feet area, and also the fact that when we're on holiday we're most likely going to be almost all day out at the beach or at the pool. In the hot weather we can become a little bit dehydrated, which can cause water retention and make us look a little bit bloated in that sense. Another factor, of course, is alcohol. I personally cannot resist a cocktail or two in the hottest hours of the day just to escape the sun, which I don't really like to get sunburned. So 1 or 2 drinks can be a little bit refreshing, but alcohol also promotes dehydration. So if you don't top that up with a couple glasses of water, you may also retain more water and look a bit more bloated. And I'm using bloated here in the sense that it's easy to understand, but it's not really bloating, it's water retention and looking a bit swollen because of that. So very important, stay hydrated in the summer. But you know, today I'm feeling a little bit inspirational, and I was just thinking during the day how at the beach there's so many different body types out there. There's so many people there, everyone having fun, everyone having the best time of their lives. And I was just having this thought of, if everyone was waiting to have body goals before going to the beach, there will only be like 5 people at the beach maximum. And this has nothing to do with body types of most people that I see out there. It has mostly to do with the standards that we consider body goals. I just remember this story from when I was about maybe 16 or 17. I went to the beach with a few of my high school friends and we went for a pizza for lunch. We were eating and one of the girls stops abruptly, like from eating, and she says, "Oh my god, what am I doing? Like, I'm eating like this and we're going to the beach straight after." And you know, looking back at that moment, I do remember her making that remark, but if I tried to remember how that day went, all that stuck to my mind was the day we had at the beach, the fun time that we had, the jokes we told, you know, just a general pleasant day. And not in one corner of my mind do I have the image of what that particular girl's body looked like, or any of the other friends, or my own body for that matter. So just in this inspirational mood that I have today, I just wanted to relay the message that when you go on holiday, most likely the memories that you're going to take away from that holiday for the years after that are going to be of the fun time you had at the holiday, drinks you had, the food you had, and it's very unlikely that you're going to have a clear image in your memory of what anyone's body looked like at any particular moment. I know it's not easy if you struggle with body image issues to just say, you know, just don't care about your body, just don't care about what you look like, you know. It's like saying to someone who's depressed, like, just don't be sad, you know. That doesn't work that way. But I just wanted to, you know, give you some food for thought. Maybe try and shape or reframe your perception of what is it going to matter in a year or 2 or 5 years, 10 years from now when you look back. Is the way that your body looks the memory that's really going to stick out in your mind or in somebody else's mind when they look back at this holiday? Probably not. Now finally, I just wanted to talk about what the MMC is and what's going to happen overnight when I go to bed. The MMC is the migrating motor complex, and it's a cycle of sweeping that happens in your gut in between meals and while you're asleep. This cycle is like a housekeeper that sweeps your small intestine, like swish, 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 and it cleans out gut bacteria, leftover food, dead cells, and it pushes them along your GI tract. This cycle though only happens when you're not eating. So that's why it happens in between meals or when you're asleep. So for example, once you stop eating, it takes anywhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours for the cycle to begin. And once it begins, it requires about an hour and 45 minutes for the cycle to complete all of that sweeping. Now these times are not definite, they change between people, and in the same person it changes from day to day. So these are just some indications of time, but it can change. In general, it would mean that it would require you to wait about 3 hours and 45 minutes in between meals for the cycle to begin and complete before your next meal. So what can happen during the holidays is you have your breakfast, then you have your lunch, then you have ice cream in the afternoon, then you have a cocktail, then you have a snack, then you're just living life, you know. You're just enjoying your holiday, minding your business. But it means that this cycle doesn't fully start and complete every single time. If the sweeping stops because you're eating too frequently, it leaves some room for bacteria overgrowth in your gut. Bacteria will gather in a place in your gut and they will feed off of leftover food or nutrients that you have there, and they will fart basically. And bacteria farts are what cause bloating inside your gut because there's gas accumulation there. So that's just another reason why you may look more bloated during the holidays, and this can happen throughout the day and get worse at night. But also if you eat too late at night, which will happen if you're holidaying in Europe because we don't have dinner early, you eat too late and then you wake up early because you need to go get that hotel breakfast that you just don't miss period. Then overnight, instead of your gut doing this sweeping cycle about 3 or 4 times, which would be the normal for a normal situation of eating and then sleeping for 8 hours, then your gut maybe only completes it a couple of times, so you just end up looking a little bit more bloated because everything's not swept up clean. Does that mean you should change the way you're enjoying your holidays? Absolutely not. It just means that you may wake up looking a little bit more bloated than you normally do the rest of the year while you're at home in your normal routine. Absolutely, it's not normal for you to look bloated in the morning every single day of the year. If that happens, then you should probably check with the doctor what's happening there. But for the regular person to look more bloated during your holidays is pretty normal, I would say. So this morning, final checkup on how my body looks. I hope you noticed that I look a little bit less bloated than last night. This will change on holiday, as I mentioned, depending on pooping anxiety factors and many other factors, depending how late I ate last night, how many hours of sleep I got, and how late I have my breakfast. But in general, I hope this video was helpful for you to understand some of the reasons why your body may look a little bit more bloated or swollen during your holidays. And in general, just a little bit of inspiration I wanted to sprinkle in here about how you should just enjoy your holidays and not let your body appearance ruin that for you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have to go get my hotel breakfast. Never miss hotel breakfast. And I need to hop into the pool because it's scorching hot in here. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you on the next one.